soldiers than you did.
All right, y'all. So somebody sent me this tweet by Seni, creator of Saigami. And if you don't know, Saigami was a member of Saturday AM a long time ago. She was considered a co-founder as well of the company. And recently, Whyt Manga had commented on some post some dipstick made about me, and one of the guys there said, "Yo, Whyt, you should leave Saturday AM and start again." And Whyt said, "It's my company. Why should I leave?" Well, Seni left. It was her company too, right? So in this post, we are going to be seeing the homophobic treatment that Saturday AM is guilty of. And Saturday AM at the top, of course, is Freddy Kruger and Whyt Manga himself. Now, Whyt just got his channel back. Congratulations. Nothing will change. What will change is the minds of people who will realize that Freddy Kruger and his son, Whyt Manga, are both crooks, homophobic, narcissistic control freaks who don't want to give people what they deserve. And some of you might say, "Oh man, I knew you were gonna make this video. Why can't you just leave it alone?" I told you, bro. I don't make videos just for the fun of it, right? I make videos because if there be any hunchback out there, I am going to slay that hunchback. Freddy Kruger and his son Whyt are legendary hunchbacks, and they must be slain and they must be exposed, because all the young dudes who keep getting caught in this evil net that belongs to Saturday AM, they are going to be obliterated, and they are going to remain in the dungeon that is the Saturday AM company. And so many people have come out of this dungeon already and exposed Saturday AM, but Freddy Kruger denies all accusations, even though there be proof. Monitor Comics has revealed so much proof. Despite all of that, they be hunchbacks saying nothing's wrong with Saturday AM. You have to be brain dead at this point to be a fan of this company. You have to be a brain dead individual to praise and worship Whyt Manga right now, because it's his company. He said so. It's my company. Well, his company is treating people of the LGBT community in this way, not giving them the shine that they deserve, not even giving them what they deserve in terms of money. Saturday AM still has Seni's Saigami in their hands, and they don't want to relinquish their rights. Whatever money they are getting from it, honestly, I don't think anything is selling, but let's say they sell maybe 5 books a year or 5 books a month. Some of that money should go to Seni, but it doesn't. So we're going to see what Seni says here in this tweet when she's replying to some comments. There's one retarded hunchback who mentioned my name here. He can't get enough. It's like, "Hey, retard, I know you love me, bro, but you need to chill, right? It's getting rather creepy at this point." But anyway, so she shows us 2 images here. Both are Instagram posts. One is from the Otaku Manga Lounge on the left. And here we can see Saigami's book. I mean, Seni's book right here, Saigami. Now, when Saigami first came out, I'm not a fan of, it's a shonen, but it was executed as if it's a shoujo manga, so it wasn't my cup of tea. But when it came out, there was no pandering, you know? There was no pandering, there was no rainbow, there was no diversity. It just so happened that Seni was part of the rainbow people. But as to further chapters down along, I don't know if the main character became a lesbian or anything, I don't know. But ultimately, it was a cool product when I first read it, right? So here, the Canadian Post, I think this company is in Canada, they show Saigami right there above the speaker thing over there. And then on the right-hand side is a post by Saturday Sack, right? And they completely cover Saigami over there. That is just pure evil. Now let's go to the original post to see if Seni was lying or not. So here is the Otaku Manga Lounge original post, and it's true. This is the second picture because they posted 2 of them. I mean, guys, look at that how to draw book, man. How to draw diverse manga. the hell is that? That's like how to draw disabled people. Who actually wants to draw disabled people? I'm sorry, but you can't have Superman on a wheelchair, bro, with one arm. No. Heck, when there's a sports magazine, right, it's very rare for me to see the guys who are on a wheelchair playing basketball on the front cover. You normally see LeBron or Derrick Rose, you know, the able-bodied people. Not that it's their fault for being disabled. It's just not the norm. You know, if someone who was disabled had the chance to be, well, abled, I think they would choose to be abled. Okay, so this makes no sense to me. How to destroy how to destroy manga. Yes, this is exactly what it was supposed to be called. But how to draw disabled manga. Okay, so this is the second post. This is the original post. And then we go to the Saturday AM post, and Senny wasn't lying. It's true. They really did put this speech bubble over here covering her book and then showing the disabled how to draw book. So this is insane. Look, Freddy, Kruger, and Whyt Sucker, I don't understand how any of you can approve of this at this point. Like everybody up and singing hallelujah, alhamdulillah, that Whyt Manga got the channel back, everything's gonna be great, hooray, milk and cookies for everyone. But this is how they treat members of the rainbow community. Now, I made it clear, I don't support the rainbow community, but I am judging them based on their own standard. They say, hooray, come all, come everybody, especially if you're a minority, especially if you're part of the rainbow community. Come all. And yet, here is Senny's book being covered. This is prejudice. This is prejudiceness, if that's a word, right? Freddy Krueger and Whyt are hypocrites. They are not actually living out their doctrine of diverse manga. Why are you not showing Senny's book, bro? Why? Why, Whyt? Why? It's your company, right? You and Fred are always in the closet discussing what the heck you're going to be sharing on social media. Why have you done this? Why have you denied what Senny rightfully so deserves, right? Her royalties and some views, bro. Some marketing. Why have you done this? I'll tell you why. It's because you're homophobic, evil, hypocritical, and a sack of garbage. That's why, right? Now, whoever is going to be mad at this video, truly, again, I repeat to you, you are brain dead. Absolutely 1,000,000% brain dead. So let's read some of the comments here that people posted to Senny's post. This guy says, hey, Rico, do I know this guy? No, I don't. This guy says, I hope they don't still get money from your book, because if they do and you don't, that is beyond pettiness. That's theft. Man, a lot of people just love giving dudes the benefit of the doubt, despite all the evidence. Honestly, Rico, come on, man. Of course, that is not the case. Of course, they're taking that money. And Senny replies and says, oh, they still do. After all, the books are still out there selling. After all, the books are still out there selling. And let's not forget that the rights were sold for a Czech language version too. They never updated me on anything, and Quarto is washing their hands as my contract is not with them directly. Zero transparency. You don't want to be with a company where there is zero transparency, right? Let's continue. This is so weird of them. Gonna sell it, but not gonna show it. I know, right? They're trying so hard to pretend I don't exist, but I guess the money they get from my sales is still welcome. Not that I know much about my sales, never got those numbers even while I was part of the circus. Guys, You sure you want to be with this company? Is this ethical behavior? Is this professional behavior? Seni has been with these people for over a decade. And look at how they have treated her throughout all these years, even when she wasn't there. Freddy Kruger and his son Whyt Manga are complete monsters. Everybody who's published with Saturday AM, Soulbeat, Mr. Soulbeat, and Gunhild and Underground, all of you guys there, do you have any information about your sales, or does Freddy Kruger keep them to himself? Do you know anything? I'm sure Freddy Kruger will tell you that you're not allowed to answer that question because I can sue you. I'm over 40 years old and I've worked for Sony, so you better not question me, boy. A lot of people are terrified of Fred, but there's no reason to be terrified of him. It depends on your unreasonable terror. He feeds off of it, right? Your ignorance as well of how publishing and the business actually operates is depending on your ignorance to keep having power over you. You can leave people. Look, I don't actually gain anything, by the way, for this. And those who accuse me of such, like the two morons you're about to see right here, this retard Fate fan. So he's like, hey, what do you think about that guy Coffee, who's constantly talking about Whyt and Saturday AM? Yeah, this dude is hella toxic, man. He contributes nothing to society, to the indie community whatsoever. And I'm sure he feels great right now that I'm talking about him because I'm seeing his post. He's definitely gonna post or tweet about this whole thing and what he feels inside, that Coffee's talking about me, hooray and whatnot. Freak. But what does that have to do with this post, bro? Seriously? And besides, we know Seni wouldn't dare answer that. She would never. Mike Sockbucket says, Coffee isn't similar to the others who have constructive issues with them. Coffee just likes to be problematic for views. I don't gain anything even from 2,000, 6,000, 8,000 views. I think that one video where I have the highest number of views is the one about is Whyt Manga successful or not. I think that was 8,000 views. You want to know how much I got for that? 0. I'm not monetized. I've been permanently demonetized. So what exactly do I have to gain from thousands of views? The problem with people like Michael is that it's impossible for them to rationalize that there are people out there who just want to tell the truth. People like Michael and Fate Fan and all the other hunchbacks honestly think that everything must be for gain, right? Their God is money. No, bro. No. Sometimes, well, here, all the time, it's all about the truth. It's all about the reality. I don't want people being stuck in a dungeon because I know what it's like. People like Michael and Fate are they who exalt themselves as nice people, as good people, but they will parade your sentence in a dungeon and say, hooray, look at him. He made it into the Viz Media dungeon, which I'm going to talk about because the Viz Media one-shot program, it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to make a video about that and we're going to roast it properly. Because, something ain't sitting right over there. But ultimately, it's like, bro, I don't want people being trapped in the dungeon. That's actually a good thing. But the rest of you, hunchbacks, you don't mind if others are trapped in the dungeon. No return of investment whatsoever, but you're still going to clap hands because they are failing. Because you're a failure. It's why you clap hands for them who are permanently doomed in that dungeon. It's why you love the ending of My Sucker Academia, because Deku ended up as a loser who received handouts. That's how you live, hunchback, right? Mama still gotta make you breakfast. You still gotta go collect checks from the government because you just don't want to do anything for yourself. Each time somebody says, oh, I made it, but actually they didn't, and you know they didn't, you're going to congratulate them. Giving each other compliments for drowning in quicksand. Absolutely disgusting. Pathetic hunchback. This person says, do they think they're being subtle? Even clowns behave better than this, right? Let's be real. They probably don't think it through. That would require consideration for others and self-awareness, something a narcissist leader is not capable of. Absolutely. Freddy Kruger is a flippin' narcissist, along with his son, Whyt Sucker. Again, to all the white suckers, well, to all the white manga lovers, right, who just can't help but suck him off. Do you approve of his behavior? Do you approve of his business practice? Is this okay? Is it okay? Will you continue to suck him off? Will you? Will you? I think the majority obviously will. And you're brain dead. You have no shame, man. You have no shame whatsoever. You're not human, bro. You're sick. You're a golem, man. Straight up golem and gargoyle, hunchback and fishwife. Ugh. They sure win the prize in petty. At least they get to be number one in something. Ouch. Senny was on the inside, right? And she was still kept in the dark. There was no transparency, but I'm sure as day that she could feel that we ain't winning here. Our celebrations of being on this shelf or being in that country, where are the actual returns? Where's the return of investment if we're actually winning? It was always at the back of her mind. It's always at the back of those who are looking from afar's mind, even those who are still stuck in this Saturday dungeon. It's in their mind too that, where's my return of investment? Your return of investment, if there's any, dude, it's being devoured by Freddy Kruger and his son. You are being exploited, manipulated, and threatened if you speak out, if you stand up for yourself. Come on, how is it that you can still defend these people? Is it just because you are so spiteful of me, that you hate me so much that you would rather go rot and die in the dungeon that is Saturday AM, get whipped with a giant belt by Freddy Kruger? While White Manga sits there and watches you get whipped. Is that really okay? So many of you are promoters of freedom and all this stuff, this liberal stuff of freedom. But how then do you go to a jail cell such as this? How then do you condemn yourself to a dungeon? How are you free? Is this what you do with your freedom, with your free will? You choose to be confined and exploited in a sweatshop and have a dictator such as Fred and his son over you. Is this what you do with your freedom? Is this what success looks like? Is it really? Come on, guys. I'm going to show you as well with Viz Media, man. These companies are not your friend. I understand that the majority of artists, yes, you have low self-esteem. You probably were always in the closet drawing and never went out there to get punched in the face so you can get up again and punch the bully back, or at least stand up for yourself. So here you are, an adult. You think you can finally be something that you couldn't be in high school. So Fred allows you to come into the dungeon. You have no idea. It's got padded walls and everything. You're in there 5-6 months. You start asking questions. He says, don't ask questions. I'm older than you. It's very unprofessional. You keep brushing it off. Suddenly you feel isolated. You begin to wonder, are you the only one who's feeling this way? Perhaps you're the one who's being unreasonable. Maybe Fred is right. Maybe I'm overthinking it. No, you're not overthinking it, bro. You're not. You need to get out of this dungeon. A lot of people, especially artists, it's clear as day that you cannot stand up for yourselves. You cannot be responsible for yourselves. You need a daddy like Freddy Kruger, right, to, well, put you in line, to keep you oppressed. And when you look to the sky in agony for some relief, Whyt Manga is there to wash away your agony with false hope. While he's there with the cool music, hey guys, how you doing, yada, yada, yada. It's all a psyop. Yin and yang, bro, duality. Fred serves as the dragon that's going to breathe fire on you if you ask too many questions. But he's going to breathe that fire anyways. After you get cooked and you need some relief, you switch on Whyt Manga's channel and he pours some water on you. The wounds are still there. The wounds will never heal. They'll never heal, right? But he's just washing that wound so it doesn't really get infected. But ultimately the scars will be multiple, right? So many artists are scarred. I was one of them, right? A lot of people scarred by Freddy Kruger and his son. Duality. One's the dragon, one's the nurse. Well, he's not even nursing you really to health, but he's just there to give you false hope that you too can reach the level that Whyt is on. No, you won't. You won't, bro. Not because Applesack is good, but because they've engineered everything to make it look like there are actual returns. There are no returns. They can't prove that there is. 14 years? And what exactly? What has been the returns? Nothing. This guy says this company is ran by clowns, close enough to a circus indeed, ran by a narcissist leader and his flying monkeys. Now, you see in this particular tweet, where is that one dude who got busted open by Tyrone? You remember him? The rainbow freak who wanted Young Wavy completely destroyed, his reputation destroyed, and he was mad that Young Wavy got an opportunity in Japan. Apparently he messaged somebody telling that person that he shouldn't talk to me because I'm an evil guy, yada, yada, yada. I'm surprised that nobody jumped at like, what do you mean, flying monkeys? Huh? I mean, hey, I laughed at it. It's funny, but where is that one person, huh? Where are they? I know somebody here wanted to type it in, but why didn't you, bro? Oh, is it because of selective outrage? You're not actually for justice and for safe spaces for all? Oh, snap. Hey, Whyt, Sandy just called you a monkey. Are you gonna retaliate? Are you gonna retaliate? Everybody else at Saturday, you just got called a monkey. Are you swinging on them trees, bro? Are y'all gonna be eating them bananas with Fred? Are y'all gonna take it? You gonna take it? Oh boy. Yeah. Hey, shout outs to you, Cindy, for being so brave. Hey, I'm gonna call them monkeys too. Straight up orangutan. This behavior, straight up orangutan behavior. But that's something I would say, right? So the fact that Sandy said it, but no real repercussions, selective outrage indeed. Unfortunate, actual talent resides there. Could have actually made something viable. Now, I'm sorry, man, I don't think there's any actual talent here. Now, visually, some of the art, yeah, it's great. But if your foundation is diversity, you're not talented. You're handicapped. You're straight up handicapped. It means your story is just centered around bogus ideas. So, sorry. Then she says, there's many wonderful creators in there. I mean, that's so weird. You just call everybody monkeys in there. Now they are wonderful creators. And I can only hope they'll come out on top in the end. Well, we know this is disingenuous. You see, when I say something, I actually mean it. When I call you a monkey, I mean it. If I say you are a orangutan, double-minded sack of garbage, I mean it. I am not going to say, but I hope things go well for you. I'll never say that. I'll never say that. I'm real. I'm not double-minded. If I call you orangutan hunchback, you are, okay? Because of your behavior. I am not going to say good luck on your journey. Hell No, bro, you're gonna die in that jungle or flipping dungeon and your own stupid delusions. You're gonna be eating worms and ants for the rest of your life. That is the compliments. These social media little giggle compliments, those are worms and ants, and that is your nutrition. I'm not double-minded. Look, I hate those who are gonna be double-minded. Say what you mean what you say, please. Please. So now, Senny, you can't be saying the leader is a monkey and he's got monkey underlings, and then you're gonna say they are wonderful creators. It just makes no sense. But whatever. It took me years to realize and face the gaslighting and abusive patterns inside the company. And even then, it was devastating to deal with it and take my step to leave. The gaslighting is a powerful abusive technique. Indeed, I can tell Freddy Kruger is good at that. The duality that exists in Saturday AM, that is, be gaslit and tortured by Fred, and then be sustained or revived or lullabied by the sweetness of possibilities that Whyt Manga presents. That's gaslighting you, bro. That's gaslighting you. You're stuck in this loop, everyone who's in Saturday, everyone who wants to be in Saturday. This company is hypocritical. They're hypocritical, they're homophobic. I have every right to call them homophobic because here is Senny. She, they, them, and all of that. Every flag you can imagine. You're censoring her. You're censoring her product. She created this thing years ago. It was her ultimate series, and you took it from her, Freddy Kruger. You took it from her, Whyt Manga. And people are supposed to feel sorry that Whyt sucker lost his channel, now he got it back, and all of that. I don't understand. I really don't understand how people can be this double-minded. I don't get it. All right, Chihuahua. Very unfortunate you had to go through any of that. Sad that a publisher such as this turns out to be another company. Well, duh. I genuinely want whoever did this to burn themselves with hot soup. Yeah, if only. Nah, this is truly crazy. Like, damn, man, this is exactly why I don't respect Saturday AM. I don't actively hate on them because it accomplishes nothing, but I truly hate how they treat others. You see, Chris, the problem is all of people like you, maybe I'm wrong for you specifically, Chris, but a lot of hunchback think that I'm hating on Saturday AM. I'm hating on Whyt Manga because I'm being critical of their business practices, and I'm exposing their hypocrisy. I'm hating when I do that. It's not hate. It's shining light to those who are about to be trapped in this facade of a company that is there to exploit you, right? It's exposing them for what they truly are, a manipulative, exploitative company that uses diversity to steal IPs from people, and so Fred can steal the money. What else can I say? Along with Whyt, what else can I say? Chris says it accomplishes nothing. Yeah, hating accomplishes nothing. I don't have time to hate. You know how much effort it takes to hate someone? You gotta be kidding me. But this does not take any effort at all. Just exposing the lies. This is what I do. Exposing the darkness. Exposing demoralization. This is what we do. The crucible against demoralization. I have not changed. I have always been who I am, right? And I stay consistent in this character that people accuse me that, no, you're pretending, bro. No, I'm not. I'm not pretending. This is who I am. So at the end of the day, Freddy Kruger and Whyt Manga, diversity is not who they are. It's not. Their whole doctrine of hooray, minorities, this and that, they don't care. They just want your IPs. They want to make money off of you because you're so desperate and have nowhere else to go and too afraid to stand up for yourself and self-publish. How many times have I told you that do not be deceived by these establishments? these institutions. They have so much money now. They don't need to do right by you. They will swindle you, take your IP from you, and there is nothing that you can do. Apparently, Stan Lee, the father of Marvel basically, he was worth $50 million when he died also, just like Akira Toriyama. And I was shocked out of my mind. In fact, let us do a quick Google search then, see and confirm if this is true. Stan Lee net worth at death. Let's see. Oh my goodness, it's true. Hello, how much money is Marvel worth, guys? It's worth billions. I'm sure, let's even look at it. Marvel net worth. It's worth 54 billion. But the father of Marvel is worth 50 million. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? All of you celebrating going to these stupid dungeons, being published by these giant corporations? Do you think they'll do right by you? Do you think you're going to be able to afford 6 kids if you wanted 6 kids? Of course not, right? Absolutely not. Now, let's look at the net worth of this guy, Kevin Feige, because he's the producer, right? Kevin Feige net worth. So according to Celebrity Net Worth, Kevin Feige is an American film producer and businessman whose net worth is $250 million. Make it make sense, guys. A producer, right, is 5 times more worth than Stan Lee, the father of Marvel. Without Stan Lee, there would have been absolutely nothing. Well, maybe not nothing at all, but ultimately, this is the reality of all of those who want to celebrate that they are part of these big corporations. You're broke, bro. You're gonna be broke. You're gonna die broke. You want to share that toilet for the rest of your life. Don't you want your own toilet? Huh? Aren't you sick of their roommates leaving all their dirty laundry everywhere, or making the sink dirty and the roaches are coming in, or they always blasting loud music and so on? Aren't you tired? Don't you want your own space? Don't you? Sure as hell not gonna get it with these corporations. And let's say you do. Let's say you get lucky. They give you a deal. Netflix, Amazon and whatnot, they're gonna change 90% of everything in your story. It won't be yours anymore, it'll be theirs. Are you gonna feel satisfied? You might be in your nice house, but you're gonna feel like a fraud, aren't you? You're gonna feel like you cheated yourself or you got cheated. Life is all about satisfaction. There is no satisfaction in going into these companies whatsoever. None. None, but too many are too afraid to say that because you feel so vulnerable. Oh no, if the companies are lying, what am I gonna do? Do it yourself, bro. If you can't do it yourself, right, then I suppose it was never meant to happen. I know a lot of people need a kick, a little kick to the butt as to like, come on man, push, push, push. But the companies are not going to do that. And there isn't going to be a sustainable incentive for you to keep pushing when you receive barely anything. It's not sustainable. If you are a real artist, I've said many times, it means you have something to say. You have something to say, and you're not motivated by the reward. You're not. You're motivated by the fact that you get to release what you have to say. But it's clear as day that so many have nothing to say. They're just using this as a vehicle to get that money. Sorry, there ain't no honey for you whatsoever. All right? Sorry. So Saturday AM is homophobic. Freddy Kruger is a monster. Whyt Manga is a monster. Any person who's gonna accuse me of hating, you're absolutely 1 billion% retarded, and I beg you to expose yourself as retarded in the comments, do that. Okay, do that. Go ahead and keep worshiping people who screw creators over, such as this, right? Go on. Go on. If you defend Whyt manga right now, you are defending prejudice against the LGBT community. You're the one who says, I'm inclusive and whatnot. Clearly, you're not. You're not. Hold Saturday AM accountable. Let's see if you can do that, Hunchback. Let's see. I bet you won't, because you're a coward. You're a coward. A sick coward. But ultimately, Saturday been in the graveyard, but I like seeing just how much deeper they keep digging themselves in. There's no return of investment there, guys. Go your own path. Do the hard work, which is doing it yourself. If you want to rock with people who know what they're doing, right? You want to rock with Onsugo, right? Well, you need to have standards. There is no knock, knock, hello, I'm here now. Nuh-uh, you gotta go through me. There ain't no easy access. Remember that we don't need many people at Onsugo. We don't. The people who we got already is enough to help us sell out. Who else selling out? Who? Show me. And show me the receipts, because we can show you the receipts. That's right. Cry louder for me, Hunchback. Cry louder. Anyway, screw Saturday. If they do some BS again like this, best believe I'm gonna cover it. This is what I do. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. People gonna be like, nah, man, you should keep quiet and just work on your stuff. I am working on my stuff. Are you? Are you? Like, you can't tell me nothing. I got 2 books out, bro. I don't know what you got. Anyways, get back to work, people. Get back to work.